I'm back.
Wow.
I feel like I've spent the last year in exile. I forgot the drug-like rush of excitement that comes with having a hit video, like this week's Love Hotel video that got 500,000 views in just one day. Up until last year, my strategy with Abroad in Japan was always to release videos that I thought could have impact and could do really well. And I completely threw that out the window to do Journey Across Japan, to produce a series that, whilst was pretty popular amongst certain viewers, it undoubtedly alienated at least half the subscribers of the channel that weren't interested in travel videos or travelling Japan. And now that's over, a weight has been lifted, the gloves are off, and I feel ready to get back into making the kind of content that helped put Abroad in Japan on the map in the first place. For example, look at the thumbnail for next week's video. Look how provocative it is, with a Japanese girl touching my shoulder, no less. You know it's going to be good. There's not even a single bicycle in sight. But what is it about? See if you can guess in the comments below. You'll never get it. Although, to be fair, if you remember the last one, you probably will. So after a year of exile, it feels incredible to be back at the party, back at the table, with a burning sense of enthusiasm and a desire to blow people away with amazing original videos. But do I still share the same enthusiasm for living in Japan after 7 years now? Especially after being back in the UK for a month now, enjoying such delicious treats as cider, cheese and Brexit. One of the reasons I actually come home every year to the UK is to see how much I miss Japan and to see friends and family and eat some cheese. I mean, I only ever planned to live abroad for 2 years originally, to go Japan, master the Japanese language, come back, look really clever and show people how smart I was because I could now speak Japanese, and then get a job running a large corporation, probably in the confectionery industry. It was going to be brilliant, but then I did fall in love with Japan and YouTube happened, and I've been there ever since. Once in a while though, I'll be sitting in a room and I'll think to myself, should I still be here? Should I still be doing this? Or should I go and move back to the UK, or should I try and live overseas in an entirely new country and start all over again? And I think it's really important in life to be able to take a step back and consistently evaluate what pathway you're on and check that you're doing what you want to be doing and you're going where you want to be going. And again, the only way I truly know is to come back here to the UK and eat a staggering amount of cheese. In the same way that sometimes when you're in a relationship, you need a bit of a break. You need to take a step back and see if you actually still like the other person. The best way to do that is to have some distance and to see if you miss them. And having been here for a month now, the results are in. The results are, I miss Japan, I miss it all. I miss the scenery, I miss the rice fields, I miss the mountains, I miss the neon lights, I miss the late night yakitori, and I miss the Japanese businessmen that sound like they're furiously having sex whilst in fact they are actually just doing monkey bars. Now, if I came back here and I didn't miss any of those things, then I probably would start planning to leave Japan in the next couple of years. But actually, I feel quite the opposite. I feel this kind of hole, this bucket list of things that I want to do in Japan that I've always wanted to do but haven't yet done. Now, that may sound a little bit crazy, given that I have just done Journey Across Japan, 2,000 kilometres of never-ending bloody cycle. And in fact, I've now visited every corner of the country except Nagasaki, Miyazaki and Tottori. But there's still so many things that I've always wanted to do but haven't actually got round to doing, and I'll give you some examples. Number one, my Japanese. It really has gone to shit the last few years. My Japanese levels just kind of nosedived because I haven't been studying. I don't think I've studied for more than an hour any time in the last 3 years, and that's a real shame because I absolutely love studying Japanese. Once you get past the first year of study, it actually gets a lot more fun. It gets a lot easier to memorise new words and phrases and grammar. But I've been very stupid. I've got a kind of all or nothing mentality. I'm either throwing my energy behind something, giving it all my attention, or I'm not doing it at all. And that's a very stupid way of doing things, I've discovered. It took me 29 years to work that one out, but it's actually a pretty stupid way of getting things done. Because I know over the last few years, I definitely could have carried on studying Japanese. I definitely could have found at least 1 or 2 hours a day to actually carry on studying. And if I had, I'd be at a native level by now after 7 years, I expect. And so that is very much back on my list of priorities. At the top, get JLPT1, Japan Language Proficiency Test Level Number 1. I should be able to do that in a year if I actually focus on that and get it done. I've yet to make a short film. I've always wanted to make a short film in Japan. It could be anything. It might just be a short film set in a ramen shop between two characters having a conversation. It might be something better than that. I don't know. But I need to actually sit down and write a short screenplay and get on with it. I have all the resources. I have no excuses anymore other than just being a lazy idiot. And I want to make something good enough to be able to submit into a film festival. Like, not something just for a bit of fun, but actually something that is good that I can put into a film festival. Number 3, I've always wanted to climb Mount Kitadake in the Southern Alps in Japan. It's a mountain that has one of the most amazing views because from that mountain you can see Mount Fuji incredibly clearly. People say the view from Mount Fuji at sunrise is unbeatable. That's a lie. I'd argue the view from Mount Kitadake is better because you can actually see Mount Fuji at sunrise. And Mount Fuji's best looked at from afar rather than being on it, and I can speak from personal experience. So that's the 3rd thing on my list, get up that damn mountain and see Mount Fuji once and for all at sunrise. Number 4, I've still never been to the Sapporo Snow Festival and seen the marvels of various sculptures and whatever there is at the Snow Festival. I don't really know what's there, all I know is it's bloody spectacular, judging by the testimonials of various friends who visited over the years. I'd absolutely love to go and take Natsuki or Ryotaro and make that happen in January or February next year, whenever it is. I think it's in February, not sure. Number 5, I've still never been to a maid cafe. I'm still not sure I want to go either, but I think I probably should. I think it's something that's got to be done. And again, I think I'm going to drag Natsuki with me when I go there and make a video. Basically just so I can hide behind him because I think I'm going to die from embarrassment doing a maid cafe and sitting there and being waited on by a girl who's acting like a 10-year-old. I'm not really into it. The fact that I've never gone there in 7 years probably indicates how much I want to go to a maid cafe, but still, it needs to be done. Have to do it. It's on the list. I'd also like to go to Nagasaki and make some road trip videos. Honestly, the list just does go on indefinitely. But the point I'm getting at here is I'm not bored of Japan at all, and in fact I have more ideas for videos now than at any other point in my entire time as a YouTuber. Now, it was Natsuki's birthday a few days ago, and I enjoyed reading your comments and your favourite memories of Natsuki's appearances on the Abroad Japan channel over the years. Brought back a lot of wonderful nostalgic memories, and I can't wait to get him back in the videos. Starting September, he'll be back making a nice big appearance in the Hyde documentary, the Rockstar documentary that I mentioned. But if you can't wait that long to see the man himself, he did recently appear in Shana's new video, where he ate various foreign snacks and once again almost died eating Fisherman's Friend sweets. Once again, I was actually secretly filming the video behind the scenes, and you would never know, except for the bit where someone took the biscuit. That might have given it away a little bit. Now, before I get back to editing this mysterious video, whose title you can't possibly guess, I'd like to share with you an amazing Japanese film I watched yesterday. It was released in 1992 by my favourite Japanese director, Juzo Itami, who I often talk about because he made my favourite Japanese movie, Tampopo, featuring Ken Watanabe back in the 1980s. But the film I watched yesterday is called Mimbo, The Gentle Art of Extortion. It's quite a long, cumbersome title. But it was one of his final films that Juzo Itami made before he was thrown off a roof by the Yakuza for this very film, which mocked the Yakuza in a very well done fashion. Once you watched it, you can see why it pissed them off so much. But given it did indirectly lead to his death a few years later, I do feel all the more motivated to spread the word and encourage people to watch it. It's a hilarious film. It is on YouTube. Somebody's brilliantly uploaded it to YouTube, and it's got English subtitles. Again, I'll put the link to it on Patreon. I highly recommend watching it. It's about 2 hours long, but it's so funny, it's so bloody hilarious, and I don't think you'll regret watching it. So check it out, Mimbo. For now though, it's back to editing for me. I'll be returning to Japan next week to make a follow-up Patreon vlog, probably a very jet-lagged follow-up vlog. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you then. I'm also doing this mug. I've got this new mug made up, a prototype mug. You can't see it because it's not in focus. And you still can't see it. There you go. I'm going to be switching all the merchandise from Redbubble to Teespring because Teespring actually integrates with YouTube, so I can have the merchandise pop up easily in the videos. Unfortunately though, this prototype, this little logo, the Like a Magic logo, is so small it requires a fucking microscope to be able to see it. So I'm going to be making some more samples and perfecting it before I actually launch the range in the next few weeks. It's quite exciting though. I'm looking forward to giving the merchandise another push and actually getting some new designs made up, some Natsuki and Ryotaro inspired designs. So if you've got any ideas, the things you'd like to see on the merchandise, let me know again in the comments, and it could well happen in the next few weeks. But for now, it is an utter shit show. Got to fix that. Back to the drawing board for me. Back to the mug drawing board. And that is the perfect line to end this vlog on.
Wow!